Hi, I'm Minsory. Welcome to another Ice Crash update of my Tempest character. It's going quite well, although I've been unlucky with currency and map drops. Probably gonna buy some maps sooner. Speed is amazing, and that's what required not to get hit. You're much faster than the monsters. Leaping in and killing them off with Ice Crash, the 1-2. This is a level 73 map. As you can see, my loot filter triggers on item level 75 items I can use for the regal recipe. Unlike most people, I use the wares for health, alteration orbs, and I alchemy orb the white items. That's 20% quality for 2 regal orbs. I do it on gear that might improve the character, so it's easy to find upgrades yourself. Troubles I have is not acquired a good Coronal Maul yet. I have not been able to get a link Carcass. I've got foul haste, but it's in my weapon, so when I swap for every strike it's not working properly, and I have not used concentrated effects, so I'm still relying on heavy strike. As you can see, it stuns rogues, exiles, and Fagin, for example. Mana management has been pretty easy since I've only got a 5 link. But this character is destined to go up pretty high. I haven't had much trouble with the low maps, clearing them fast, and I've not had many near deaths, and I'm not using the logout script. I do recommend you to use it if you want to reach high level at all costs, but since I seriously lose interest in the game when I use a logout macro, I'm not going to use it. I hope that Ghost would trigger some more monsters so I didn't kill it outright. Flasks are a long way from perfection, so still picking up everything I need for the bubbles to increase quality of the flask. So when looking at the buffs, if you just stop watching the middle of the screen, but just only watch the buffs for a while, you can see it keep rallying cry up most of the time, and but Fortify is always up. It is not even quality yet. Gems approaching level 19 and 25%, so it might take some time, and then I can upgrade them with quality outright or just vendor them to 20%. If I get more attack speed, I might even drop Blood Rage. Here you see the heavy strike, it's no problem for 73. I've stunned 75, I've not tried any really high bosses, so it's plenty. The tree, I've taken up a lot of life. Besides 3 jewel nodes, this one is for the mana leech. Since this is hardcore, I might even be tempted to go in Scion, live wheel. Have to see how things play out. It's the mana on hit jewel to replace Revelry. It's a really nice one because I only lose 15% maximum mana. The rest is mana on hit and life. I've taken the Stun Mastery and also walking the lower side of the dual list since I'm still tempted to go Carcass, so I'm close to Iron Reflexes. Not having enough skill points to take the Fortify stuff or the Leech Raid stuff, but since I'm not having a Tsiri flask, I'm not interested that much in Leech right away. And since I'm not doing Dominus and Piety, I don't need the extra Fortify yet. Probably use it for the really high maps. So I've got Foul Haste in the weapon, and that's got to change. Enduring Cry needs to go in the weapon for me to be able to run Foul Haste with both weapons. So this is quite costly. I need a green socket on the loose one, and then I have to put in Hatred. So Hatred goes into the chest, and Foul Haste can go in the place of Hatred in the boots, linked to increased duration. I do like Ice Crash in the weapon, so when I swap I can still leap slam in boss fights while using heavy strike. On the top left corner you see my first and only big drop. It's Bringer of Rain, and that Bringer of Rain has to sell for a really good price, like 3 to 4x, and then I can work on improving my gear. So that's all set. Still gotta move the Foul Haste into the Hatred. Oh, now I need Enduring Cry in the weapon. On high level I do the swapping a lot, even with skill points, if I can reach a notable or not. Respecting each level usually. So when I switch now, I lose the Enduring Cry. So Enduring Cry needs to go into the heavy strike weapon as well, so everything stays the same. So each time you change something, it's a puzzle you need to solve. So it takes time, but it's also part of the fun, juggling loot in town, and it won't get you killed. Weapon switching with MTX for easy visual confirmation. So swapped all that stuff out. Still got decent rings to overclock my resistances, so I can run elemental weaknesses maps. And sudden curses won't have an effect on me. That's the Carcass I found myself. Still need to invest currency into it, but since I lack it, cannot really do that. Even though I have currency to decently roll a Carto box if I find one. So you see my resists. So biggest improvement I can make is with a long shot to follow up with gloves, for temporal change on it, but that's really hard. The only one for sale with the right colors costs like 10x, so that's not an option. So now and then I keep follow-upping gloves in the hope of getting it. So here you see me enchanting with two elks, but usually just use the cheapest version because I'm failing a lot. The Carcass doesn't have that cold and lightning from the astral, so when I swap I like to have cold and lightning on my gloves. So this is where the high currency comes in. You have to invest a lot of orbs in only one shot, one chance to roll it. It's to roll either the gloves or the boot configuration, because I'm not gonna re-roll the blood dance boots, so that will work, and one shot and rip. So that's happening a lot of times now. Didn't get any decent other option to sell. That's all wasted. You'll see some versions I'm trying to sell, but that's only for a couple chaos. So the gear needs small fine-tuning still, but the weapon is okay. Probably need like 3-4 exalts worth of currency to re-roll the Coronal Maul, item level 83 I have in a stash. The weapon doesn't have reduced stun threshold, so probably gonna YOLO exalt it, hope for the best. That Bringer of Rain, I hope it's all good. I can make this Carcass and the Coronal Maul work, and I'll have some currency to buy 75 maps, so I can skip the whole map pool building. Still need that series flask, then I need to swap out that remove curse from the sapphire flask, and I'll have room for a series flask. Alright, and I gotta finish the Tempest like here, and yeah, some work to be done. Alright, see you around.